morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whichever part of the world you are joining us from. Global Council for the Promotion of International Trade welcomes you all for this prestigious event on World MSME Day 2023. I am Ananya Banerjee Chatterjee, the R&D Officer and Communication Officer for the GCPIT. Every year on June 27, Micro, Small and Medium-Sized Enterprise Day is celebrated to honor their role in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Small and medium-sized enterprises account for up to 90% of the businesses, 60 to 70% of employment, and they account for their half of global GDP according to the UN. Global Council for the Promotion of International Trade is an organization based in India, South Africa, United States, and UK with board and council members representing across the world. This year, we are celebrating the day with global perspective from various departments, ministries, Chamber of Commerce, and international organizations. We believe that global perspective have a significant impact on paving the way to the future. Coordinated global responses is key to MSME post-pandemic and economic recovery. World MSME Day is an important opportunity to look at this topical issue in a very practical and policy-oriented way in the global context of MSME. Here we ask the rest of the world to work together to help MSME get through the current crisis and build up their ability to handle future shocks. We encourage GCPIT members to create an open, fair, non-discriminatory, and predictable global trade business environment that helps and encourage MSMEs to participate in international trade and businesses. Today we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Ashwani Kumar. So, Mr. Ashwani Kumar, he is a managing partner of Victor Forgings in Jalandhar city. During his past year, he has held various positions in government bodies. Recently, he was elected as Regional Chairman, Northern Region of the Federation of Indian Export Organization, FIEO. He was an elected member of Federation of FIEO from 2014 to 2016. In addition, he is an active member of the Jalandhar chapter Integrated Association of SME of India. He is also the Secretary of Dover Airport Association, and today he will be sharing his valuable insights on the topic international trade and investment opportunities of your country. Over to you, Mr. Kumar.
Thank you very much, Ananya. So, my name is Ashwani Kumar. I am from Jalandhar, from Punjab. We are producer of hand tools in India since 1952, and today we are exporting our product all over the world, and we come under medium industry now. Before we started, we were always in small scale industry, and we see a big future of Indian industry all over the world. I will say India is the 7th largest country in the world with the total area of 32 million square kilometers in the south of India project into a, and is bounded by Indian Ocean in the Arabian Sea, on the west of Lakshadweep Sea, to the southwest Bay of Bengal, and east the Indian Ocean proper to the south. India, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, some 1,200 kilometers, that is 700 southeast of the mainland, shared with the maritime borders of the Myanmar, Thailand, Indonesia. Internally, India is divided into 28 states, further subdivided into the districts and 8 union territories, including the national capital of territory, that is Delhi. India's border run the length of 15,200 kilometers. India is now the most popular country in the world. Geographically, landscape of I will start with the key industries sector contributed to trade and investment. Major industry sectors and their contribution in the trade and investment is potential engineering goods. It's registered export of 7.8 billion currently all pumps, tools, carbides, air compressors, engines, generators, manufacturing MNC companies in India are trading at all time are expected to shifting their products base to India. Similar trend is also expected with upward in steel, auto components, and medical device segment. Petroleum products are one of the major contributors in India's export growth and registered as a growth of $6.1 billion. Gems and jewelry. Gems and jewelry made up to $3.6 billion of Indian exports. This sector was one of the key focus area of Indian exports, and it expected to flourish more with the reduction of import duties on the cuts and the polished diamonds and extension of energy emergency credit line guarantee scheme for MSMEs, which made 90% of the sector. Drugs and pharmaceuticals. Agriculture export. India's agriculture export were elated by the government to push the meet a global demand for the food aimed the pandemic. India exported rice worth $0.7 billion. The rise in export of agriculture and processed food products has been largely due to the various initiatives taken by the government, such as the B2B in the different countries, exploring new potential markets and general market campaigns by the active involvement of Indian embassies. Organic and inorganic chemicals, with the strong demand from the developed market, organic and inorganic chemicals registered exported billions of further contributing the rise in India export. The export growth of organic introduced the export growth of organic and inorganic chemicals has been achieved because the shipments of organic and inorganic chemicals are agrochemical dyes, intermediates, and specifically chemicals. China, a major export of dye, intermediate, and organic chemicals from India. The USA remained the largest importer of essential oils and inorganic chemicals, the top importer of agrochemicals from India. Electronic goods. Electronic goods have also contributed massively to the export of such from India. The exporter of electronic goods stands nearly $1.9 billion. The segment benefited from several PLI, as such as a scheme, the large-scale electronic manufacture and the promotion of manufacturing electronic components and semiconductors in India. The textile and apparel India is among top garment manufacturer countries in the world. The textile export now amounted to $1 billion in September 2022. The government introduced various schemes such as integrated textile parks, technology upgradation of fund scheme, and mega integrated textile region and April Mitra Spark scheme. In addition to the Amazon, India signed MOU with Manipur and Handicrafts Development Corporation. The Sustainable Textile and Sustainable Development of SUSTEX project by United Nations. The climate change will also increase artisans' engagement for India's for Asia's and specifically India's coming decade. Drugs and pharmaceuticals. India's drug and pharmaceutical export amounted to $2.1 billion, and its largest provider of generic medicines globally. Currently, the country has share of 20% to the global supply volume and contributes to around 60% of the global vaccines. The USA and UK, Russia are among the largest importer from India with a share of 29%, 3% and 22.4% respectively in 2021. Marine products, India exports for marine products in September amounted to 0.7 billion, whereas India's shipped 1,369,230 metric ton of seafood. Frozen shrimps remain the major export items in terms of quantity, value. The overall export of frozen shrimps during 2021-22 total to 728,000 metric tons. The USA was the largest market for imported frozen shrimps, followed by China, European Union, Southeast Asia, Japan, and Middle East. The importance of MSME in India. MSME enterprises are considered to be the backbone of Indian economy. The micro, small, medium-sized enterprises sector in India is the key contributor to the country's GDP. The importance of MSME in India evinces that in terms of entrepreneurship, development, and employment generation in the country. The sector is considered as a job creator and plays a crucial role in providing large-scale employment in industrialization of rural and backward areas. From the cities to the rural and semi-rural areas, MSME in India can be found every corner of the country today. Currently, India has more than 6.3 crores MSMEs. Before 2018, MSME were classified the basic amount of investment. After a change in regulations of MSME are now categorized based on their turnover basis. Micro enterprises annual turnover up to 5 crores. Small enterprise turnover above 5 crores and less than 75 crores. Medium enterprises turnover above 75 crores and less than 250 crores. The government of India is also pushing hard to raise the MSME contribution to around 50% in India's GDP in the coming years, as well as will also help in millions of job creators, both urban and rural areas. So India has taken initiative to boost MSME in India. The Union Budget 22-23 focused in ease of doing business for MSMEs. This is important measure includes emergency credit line guarantee scheme has delivered in India's an additional credit to 1.130 lakhs MSME. The ECLGS will be extended up to March 2022, was extended to 23, expanding the guarantee cover by Indian rupees 50,000 crores to total cover of Indian 5 lakh crores. India 2 lakh crore additional credit of micro and small enterprises to be facilitated under guarantee trust for micro and small enterprises. Raising and accelerating MSME performance with an outlay of 6,000 crore will be rolled out. The new scheme Udyan, E-Shram, National Career Service The Atmanirbhar skill development employers mapping ASIM portals will be interlinked. They will now serve as a portal with live organic database, delivering G2C, B2C, and B2B service relating to the credit facilitation, skilling, and recruitment. Links, I have given the links of the schemes. Foreign trade policy of export facilitation government of India. The India's foreign trade policy, FTP, has recently announced FTP objectives to promote the export and facilitate the ease of doing business. For the exporters, the key objectives, the FTP 2023 is to process, engineering and automation facilities, facilitate ease of doing business. The FTP based on 4 key points: incentive to remission, export promotion through collaboration, ease of doing business, emerging areas. Foreign trade policy of India, facilitation to the government. States and districts as partners in the export promotion, capacity building as district level, automatic approval of various permissions under foreign trade policy based on the process simplification and technology implementation, reduction in processing time and immediate approval of applications under automatically route for the exports for schemes such as EPCG AA. The reduction in users' charges for MSME under AA and EPCG. Another crucial aspect of the SFPT, the promotion of exports from district level and accelerating development and the grassroots of ecosystem. The policy builds partnership with the government and forward the district as export hub. The initiative to identify export-worthy products and the service and to resolve the concern district level. At present, exports contribute about 20% of India's GDP. However, considering the size of our economy, our manufacturing power, the growing share of MSME, the contribution of the economy, increased internet presentation and rapid pace of technology adoption, exports can play a critical role in the growth of economy. India's e-commerce scope. India's e-commerce scope, MSME can benefit greatly from opportunities that a global trade offers. However, the entry barriers like market access, navigating the complexities of cross-border logistics and payments, large initial investments, and uncertainty of demand deters these businesses from realizing their full potential. This is where e-commerce exports can be benefited Indian MSME. The e-commerce export enable business to sell directly to the customers across the world. It helps business transactions boundaries and get the access to much larger pools. E-commerce also provides easy to adopt the scale of mechanism MSME to grow their business outside India without having any footprint locally in international market, reducing the dependency on intermediary, the bringing the seller closer to the customer of e-commerce creates a level playing field for any kind of business access to the global market. Region and trade agreements. These are the trade agreements, regional trade agreements, what India has done with Singapore, ASEAN, Malaysia, and for Japan also, South Korea, SAFTA agreements, and Mauritius, India, UAE, SEPA, India, Australia Economic Cooperation, Trade Agreement in India, Australia, ECTA. We have lot many countries with bilateral trade agreements having with Afghanistan, Austria, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, Mauritius, Thailand, United Arab Emirates. So this is all about my presentation, and thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much.
So, Mr. Kumar, thank you so much for sharing such valuable
Yeah.
information with us. Thank you once again for joining and giving your time. Thank you.